All right, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Ba'ashem means in the name of, and Yahushai is the name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, and basically I'm doing this video. Lord's will, the title's going to be Before Camp Thoughts. All right, Before Camp Thoughts. All right, and we know what camp is. All right, first of all, camp is in Romans 12 and 2. Where we go and present our bodies as a living sacrifice, all right, unto the Most High, holy and acceptable, all right, and it is our reasonable service, all right. So camp is when we go out and we preach the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to our lost people, our people who are without light. All right. And we're only going out there to wake up the elect. We're not going out there to wake up, to try to convert 2/3, you know what I'm saying, to try to make everybody get it. We're only going out there to wake up the elect. Okay. But doing this video on just my thoughts, before camp, what I'm pondering on basically, about camp. And that's basically that this is our only option left to do. You know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father called us, and this is all we got left now. All right, this is what we have to put all our faith in, is pushing Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's word. You know what I'm saying? Studying, doing videos. This truth is all we have left. All right, pushing the word is our only option we have left. We have no more choice not to go out. Salakia, we have no choice. All right. But to go out every single weekend to push the word. All right. And if you stop going out, you start coming out here and there, you're getting weak, then the Lord is going to destroy you. The scriptures say, I would rather have you cold, okay, or hot. All right. But you can't be lukewarm, meaning you can't be in the middle. All right. Indecisive. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 9:16. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of. For necessity is laid upon me, yea, woe is me if I preach not the gospel. So this is our only choice we have left. Once we heard this truth, once Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai called us to push this word, to be a prophet, okay, you should have the mentality like, man, this is our only choice now. Because you got people out there who have heard the word, they've gone out and pushed the word, all right, but then they got weak. Over time, they got weak. And then they stop coming out. And then you'll see what will happen to them. The Lord will bug them out. And that's really the case that happens all the time. The Lord will bug them out. All right. He'll put different spirits on them. Okay. But we can't be lukewarm in this truth. So that's really what I'm thinking of before camp. Like, man, this is my only choice. This is what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you're sick or you got crazy serious things may be happening in your life one weekend, okay, because you do got cases, rarely be it may, you do got cases where you might be like really sick or something where you can't go out. But besides that, we have no choice but to go out. For necessity is laid upon me, and woe, meaning destruction, is me if I preach not the gospel. All right, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai called us. He called us. All right, we didn't choose him. He called us to be a prophet. All right, the creator of all things and his only begotten son. He called us to give us the job of a prophet, the best, the greatest, and the coolest job in the world. So what choice do we have, man? Okay, so I'm Lord's will. I'm gonna go out to camp today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand strong for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, because it's our only choice. Is Jeremiah. It's Jeremiah 1. Well, actually, let me get this. Luke 9, and I think it's verse 62. And Yahushua said to him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of heaven. Meaning, if you already put your hand and do this work, but you look back, meaning you start to take it off, you start to second doubt yourself of whether this is really the truth, then you're not fit to make it into the kingdom of heaven as the elect, as the first fruit. Okay? Once you come into this truth, you got to understand you're basically in the palm of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. You're walking on a tightrope, as Apostle Gabar said, because if you mess up too many times, the Lord can take you out. All right, and you got such thing called as a fatal strike. You know what I'm saying? A fatal mistake. Okay? If you screw up, you know what I'm saying? Of course, the Lord is a power of endless mercy, you know, but it gets to a point where if you know what you're doing is wrong and you still can continue to do it, all right, the Lord can destroy you for that. If you choose to just sit home one Saturday because you don't feel like going, all right, then one week turns into 2 weeks, 2 weeks turn into 3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going out, once a month? You know what I'm saying? A guy like that's not really in the truth because he doesn't have the fear of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the mentality like Apostle Paul said, woe is me. You should have that mentality like I don't got a choice no more. Like I'm standing at gunpoint, you know? And I gotta go preach the word, man. Because there are weeks when my flesh really, I'm not, I might be feeling weak in the flesh. I might be really tired or something, got aches and pains in my bodies. But what excuse do we have? Because you got apostles and elders. Now you got the apostles who are older men. You know what I'm saying? They all got gray hairs, but they're still going out pushing the word. I'm sure their bodies hurt and are aching on standing on this goddamn concrete all day. But at the end of the day, they have that mentality as well. Like, woe is me if I preach not. So we don't have an excuse, man. All right? We got to do it. No matter if we get tired or not. That's the whole point of prayer, man. You pray that the Lord, I pray all the time when I'm at camp for myself and for the brothers that the Lord may get us through this. All right? Keep us strong. All right? Now let me get this now. This is Jeremiah 1 and 17. And this is what the Lord said to Jeremiah. Okay? Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them. All right? It said, be not dismayed at their faces, meaning don't be scared. Don't worry about what people think about you when you're out there pushing the word. All right? Because the Lord said to what? He said to gird up thy loins like a man. All right? And don't be dismayed at their faces. Because you do have times when you go to camp, especially the first few times going out there, it's a lot of people seeing you. A lot of people walking by, people you might know. All right? But at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be dismayed at their faces. You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed of this word just because other people see you, because the scriptures say that. Well, the scriptures basically say, roughly paraphrasing, that if you're ashamed of the, Yahushua said, if you're ashamed, oh, you know what? Now I gotta get it. It's like, yeah, let me see. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Look, Mark 8:38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, meaning, you really gonna be ashamed of the Heavenly Father's words, of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's words in front of all these wicked niggas, man, or these faggots, these adulterous, idol worshippers, are wicked people. You know what I'm saying? Like, how dare you be ashamed in front of these wicked niggas, man? Because I will admit, the first few times I go out there, that demon did come into my mind. Like, man, there's a lot of people out here. You know what I'm saying? They see us speaking, throwing up prayers. I'm like, damn, God, Got a lot of eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, so what, man? So what? It says, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. So Yahweh Shai is going to be ashamed of you, man. You know, he's going to look at you and just shake his head. You know, they say in text messages, SMH, you know, the Lord's going to be just shaking his head when he sees you, man. Because here it is, you have the greatest opportunity of your lifetime, the greatest job in front of you. All right, and the reward of that job is to be the elect, the first fruit in the kingdom of heaven. All right, not having a taste of those nuclear missiles. Lord's will, us prophets are the 144,000, are the elite, even amongst the elect. Okay, the ones who created everything with Yahweh Shai. It's the greatest reward we can ever have, man. We're gonna be a God. You know what I'm saying? You got simple Drake in the world say, "I am God, I am a God," and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it truly means to be a God. They're not really looking forward to being a God. All right, we are. All right, we are. Jeremiah 20 and verse 9 then I said, all right, and I wanted to get this scripture basically because ultimately at the end of the day, if you're a part of the elect, then the Lord ultimately, if you're weak in the flesh, you know what I'm saying, and you might not want to go out, you might not want to push the word, you might not necessarily have that fear all the way, the Lord's going to give you that fear. Ultimately, if you're a part of the elect, the Lord's going to, ultimately, he's going to make you go out, you know what I'm saying, by any means possible. Okay? And this is an example of that with Jeremiah that I wanted to get. Okay? Because, you know, what Jeremiah say? Jeremiah, at first, he didn't want to do it. What did he say to the Lord? I cannot do it because I am a child, roughly paraphrasing. But then when the Lord said to him, he said, "The gird of thy loins like a man." But this is Jeremiah 20 and 9. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. You know, so he's like, man, I just don't want to do it no more, man. I won't speak of the Lord. I won't do it. But then what? He said, but his word was in mine heart as a burning fire shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. So the spirit was so on fire in Jeremiah that even though his flesh didn't want to do it, man, that word was in his bones, shut up in his bones like a burning fire. And if you can picture that, you know, that fire, just a raging fire trying to get out of his bones, all right, seeping through it, is how on fire his spirit was. You know, on fire his spirit was for this truth. So ultimately, man, the Lord will make you push this word. All right. That's why I said, look, we don't got a choice, and that's a mentality that we should have. You know, but with that, Lord's will, you are edified. You know what I'm saying? Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash, Shalom.